The sun rose over Ouagadougou on a historic morning as crowds gathered to witness a milestone that promises to reshape Burkina Faso's economic future, the grand inauguration of the nation's first mass-production flip-flop factory. Led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré, this event isn't just about footwear. It's a bold statement of progress, self-reliance, and sustainable development. For a country long dependent on imports for basic goods, this factory symbolizes a turning point. But what does this mean for Burkina Faso, and why should the world take notice? Let's dive into the story behind this transformative project and explore how it aligns with a broader vision for Africa's industrial future. At its core, this factory addresses a simple yet profound need: affordable, locally made footwear. Flip-flops are a staple in Burkina Faso, worn by millions daily. Yet, until now, most were imported from abroad, draining foreign currency reserves and stifling local innovation. Captain Traoré's vision flips this narrative. By investing in domestic production, Burkina Faso isn't just making shoes, it's reclaiming economic sovereignty. The factory's launch aligns with a national strategy to diversify the economy, reduce reliance on volatile global markets, and create jobs for Burkinabe youth, who make up over 60% of the population. But the implications run deeper than economics. Walking through the factory's sprawling production floor, one is struck by its commitment to sustainability. Unlike foreign competitors, this facility prioritizes eco-friendly practices, from recycling water used in manufacturing to sourcing rubber and cotton locally. By cutting down on imports, the factory slashes its carbon footprint, a critical step for a nation grappling with climate change. The use of Burkinabe materials also strengthens regional supply chains. Farmers in Bobo Dioulasso, for instance, now have a guaranteed market for their cotton, while artisans in Ouahigouya supply hand-woven straps. This circular economy model ensures that every franc spent on a pair of flip-flops circulates within Burkina Faso, uplifting communities from farm to factory. Yet, the factory's true genius lies in its human-centric design. Over 85% of its workforce are Burkinabe under 35, many of whom received free technical training through government partnerships. Take Aissata, a 24-year-old single mother from Koudougou, who went from selling vegetables at a roadside stall to overseeing quality control. "This job isn't just about wages," she shares. "It's about dignity. I can now send my daughter to school and dream of owning land." Stories like hers underscore the project's ripple effects. For every job created at the factory, economists estimate 3 more emerge in supporting sectors: transport, retail, and maintenance. Captain Traoré's leadership has been pivotal. In a recent interview, he framed the factory as a weapon against poverty and extremism. By addressing youth unemployment, a key driver of instability in the Sahel, the project doubles as a peace-building tool. But Traoré's ambitions don't stop here. Plans are already underway to replicate this model in textiles, agriculture, and renewable energy. "We're not building factories," he insists. "We're building a new Burkina Faso, one where our youth see a future worth fighting for." Now, to my incredible community, yes, you, the ones reading this, I want to pause and say thank you. Without your support, channels like ours couldn't amplify stories of African innovation and resilience. Every view, comment, and share helps challenge outdated stereotypes about our continent. To our members and subscribers, you're the backbone of this journey. When you hit Super Thanks or join as a member, you're not just supporting a channel, you're fueling a movement to spotlight untold success stories. That join button is more than a subscription, it's a partnership. Together, we're proving that media can be a force for good, uplifting communities from Burkina Faso to Brazil. But let's get back to the factory. Beyond economics, this project is a cultural reset. For decades, made in Burkina Faso goods were seen as inferior, a mindset the factory aims to shatter. By adhering to international quality standards, these flip-flops are poised to compete regionally with export plans to Mali, Niger, and Côte d'Ivoire. The branding, too, is deliberate. Vibrant patterns inspired by traditional mossy art, subtly educating wearers about Burkina Faso's heritage. It's nation-building one sandal at a time. Critics argue that industrialization could erode traditional crafts, but the factory's designers disagree. "We're merging machines with craftsmanship," explains lead designer Adama Sawadogo. "The soles are machine-pressed, but the straps are hand-braided by women's cooperatives using centuries-old techniques. This hybrid model preserves culture while embracing modernity, a lesson for developing nations worldwide." Environmentalists have praised the factory's zero-waste pledge. Scrap rubber is repurposed into playground mats for schools, while defective shoes are donated to rural communities. Such initiatives echo a growing trend across Africa, where circular economies are replacing extractive models. As climate disasters intensify, Burkina Faso's approach offers a blueprint: industrialize, but do it right. Here's where you come in again, dear subscribers. When you use the Super Thanks feature below, you're directly enabling us to cover more stories like this. Want a behind-the-scenes look at how flip-flops are made? Interested in a documentary on African circular economies? Your support makes that possible. For less than the price of a coffee, you help us hire local filmmakers, translate content into French and Moore, and ensure these narratives reach global audiences. Let's show the world that Burkina Faso's flip-flops and your support can walk hand in hand toward a brighter future. Looking ahead, the factory's success hinges on partnerships. The government is courting diaspora investors through platforms like Burguba, which lets Burkinabe abroad fund local projects. Meanwhile, schools are integrating vocational training into curricula, ensuring a skilled workforce for future factories. The goal, a made-in-Burkina Faso revolution that inspires the continent. As I wrap this up, I'm reminded of a proverb from Captain Traoré's hometown. "A single bracelet does not jingle." Burkina Faso's industrial journey, much like our YouTube community, thrives on collaboration. So let's keep the conversation going. Drop a comment below. Tell us how you think industrialization can transform Africa. Smash that like button if you believe in local solutions to global challenges. Share this with someone who needs a dose of hope. And if you've made it this far, consider hitting subscribe and that notification bell. Together, we'll keep walking forward, one story and one flip-flop at a time. Your support isn't just appreciated, it's transformative. Every super thanks, every membership, and every share helps us bridge continents through storytelling. Let's keep building this community, one where progress is shared, celebrated, and sustained. Merci, from the bottom of our hearts.